Alright, believe it or not, I actually found that tiny itty bitty screw. It went down the hole here. I really wish I had a more closed off space, but that's just what it is, so let's try this again without losing the itty bitty tiny screw into the rug that's below my desk. Like I said, I've already lost one. I don't want to lose a second one, because I don't know where to get these screws. So let's see here. We need this to be facing that way. This goes there. And then set this back onto that. Let's see. Let's try this again. Alright, we're gonna put that in this hand. That's not a good idea. I was doing better with this a couple of weeks ago when I was working on other cars. So we're just gonna drop you like that. Get that there. Kind of holding it in place. There we go. There we go. Now we got it. There we go. Sometimes when I'm working on these, to me it feels like I'm working on that button, that one little bolt that's going to save the space station. Now, one thing that I do with my cars, because technically I'm going to be operating them in an 1880, 1890s era. As I was speaking before, these couplers are Kt couplers, but they're modern. They're not what type of couplers were used in this time period. But because I'm not really going for 100% authentic prototype modeling from my railroad. I'm not too worried about it. I like the Kt couplers. Um, they're very strong. They're very secure. They're very they work well, and they're NMRA standard basically. But yeah. So I take my little pliers here and I'll snip off the little I guess it's supposed to be like the air hose that connects modern rail cars together. Um, I don't use them. I just snip them off, get them out of my way. Let's see here, come on. There we go. Flip this over, and we're gonna do the next one. So, let's see here. I have so I guess just to kind of fill some air while I'm working on this. I am gonna begin my Tuesday and Thursday night um, midnight express hour starting next week. I hope. I want to begin doing a basically a by 2 days a week. I want to do this podcast a as a place to just talk guy stuff, talk about my train, my model train adventures that you guys are going to be following. Let's see here. I'm gonna try something real quick. But I'm motivated by several other podcasters that I follow, and one of the big things that they talk about is to build culture. So that's what my purpose of this YouTube channel is going to mostly be about, is building culture. There's a lot of politics going on, and I've definitely done my share of opinionating to myself and to my friends, and we all have an idea of what we think about what's going on, but there's very little I can do to change much of what's going on in the world. Now, I did my time in the army. I've, oof, god damn it, almost lost another one. Um, and there's a lot going on the past couple of years, and I don't feel like I have much to offer to all that. Everybody, there's plenty of other places to go get political information, and so I'm trying to get away from that. And that's kind of like I said, the purpose of this channel is I want to focus on something positive, and I want to give people who have been through some rough times, I want to give people hope that it is possible. Because we're going to talk about some of the stuff that I dealt with in the Army, and I'm going to talk about stuff that I dealt with getting out of the Army, and what I can remember. I got some bad memory issues these days, but yeah, it's just I want this to be a place where people can find there's light at the end of the tunnel, because many of my friends who have watched the past couple of years, I've definitely struggled not having a light at the end of the tunnel. And yet here I am. I've got my life turned around. I'm putting it back together, and I'm working on something. I have a passion now. It's goofy. It's probably not going to be financially the best idea in the world, but I know where I'm going with things. So real quick, I have just finished this car. Um, Actually, I gotta loosen that back up just so that the cover can work. There we go. There we go. Alrighty, and then one of the first true tests of a replaced coupler is you see how it hooks up to the little coupler connector I have here, and it is right height. So I'm gonna try turning this around so y'all can see what I'm doing here. So what I have here is a coupler gauge, and it there you go. So you see the little coupler knuckle screwed in onto the end there. You set it on the tracks. It's got a little couple of grooves that connect. You hold it to the track properly, and if your coupler matches up nicely to this one, then it's NMRA compliant, and anybody else whose train is NMRA compliant will be able to couple to this car. And it's just another uniform standard to make sure cars roll, without falling up, disconnecting, or excuse me, uh, disconnecting, or having problems staying hooked together. So that's one, and then I think I'll do this other one and call it a day, because I'm gonna have to figure out how to splice these two videos together. And yeah, so I don't know why I'm putting that away. I need to get me out two more couplers. And actually, what I'm going to do is, see, that's one, that's three. That way, I got two out for my combines. All right, put these away so there's not a mess. All right, so let's find my screwdriver, whatever I did with it. There we go. And then put those over there, and then this was working really good as a support for when I'm trying to put the new coupler in. Alrighty. So yeah, it's gonna be a Tuesday and Thursday night. I'm going to try to do about an hour sitting on live stream, working on something or just chatting or something. I'll figure out what I'm going to do. But it'll just be a live stream, the Midnight Express Hour. You know, just talk veteran stuff, guy stuff, trains. I'm going to try to stay away from politics because that seems to be where everybody's at these days. And that's fine, you know, I mean, be that what it may, I want to see if I can't find a little window where people aren't uh, worried about politics, where it's, you know, we can sit here and talk other stuff. Because, yeah, I follow a couple of podcasters and they have their, you know, their politics and views and stuff. I mean, everybody seems to these days. So I want to try to make this a place where we're not worried about politics here. I mean, I am. I am truly worried about what's going on in the state of the world. Don't get it twisted. But there's not much I can do about it here, so it is what it is. So let's get this guy worked out here, because he needs to... Come on, stay put. Stay put. Let's try this again. The screw is so tiny. It needs to be... I gotta figure out where to get a longer one. If you know the best place to get these tiny little screws, please let me know, because I really don't know. I don't even know what size this screw. It's just tiny. In fact, if I didn't get LASIK surgery, I probably would not be able to see any of this stuff. I got LASIK surgery a couple of months ago last year, and it has been the best thing I've ever done in my life. I'll just say that. Alright, get you back. Get you back in place. You can't even see it because my big old bear paw hands. One of these days I'll have it set up where I got a camera above looking down and you guys can see exactly what I'm working on. But we're not there yet, so we're going to just keep making do with what I've got. You can look at I guess I am getting part of my bald head in there, so tis what it is. So that's like that. I need to put this little guy back for that little guy. And then we're going to try to... There we go. Alright, you there. See? Okay, you guys can kind of see what I'm doing now. There we go. There we go. We got it. Alright, so we're going to get this screwed in. There we go. It's a little snug, but that's fine, because I'm going to clip the little cable hook thing. Alright, we'll flip it over. Let's try this again. Huh. So yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna have a nice 2 hours a night, and see, Tuesdays I try to make my gym day where I go swim. But for the past couple of months, I've been dealing with a torn rotator cuff, which really sucks because I was doing really good at just doing really good in the pool. I was getting my weight down. I was getting my healthy on, and then yeah, bam! Uh, I can't get my arm to get a full rotation. Well, not rotation. A full stroke. Because what I was doing was swimming on my back, doing backstrokes, and yeah, my shoulder said nope. So it's time to take a break for a while, I guess. I was doing the incumbent bicycle, because if anything in my life I've been good at, it's definitely been biking. The incumbent bike has been pretty useful, but My biggest problem is I don't have a vehicle at the moment, and so I have to rely on Tark 3, which is our local. Um, it's basically the short bus. It's for disabled people and elderly people, people who can't get to the uh, oh god, the bus stop regularly. Yep, that one's good. Cause yeah, there's no way I'm gonna walk to the bus stop in my condition. And then that one's good. Good. But anyways, what I'd been doing was I was getting to my gym 3 days a week. I was swimming and doing water walking exercises 3 days a week, and I was doing really good. And then whenever I get slowed down, it just everything grinds to a halt if I'm not in the water. I was doing yoga, and I still am technically. I just haven't been doing it lately. All right, we are good to go with these 2 baggage cars. So what I'm gonna do is they're gonna go back on this backtrack because they're done. They're good to go. I could go run them. I might do that later today. I haven't decided. Let's get these on here. There we go. So, yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays I'd usually be in the gym getting my workout on. Nothing crazy, of course. Just what I can do, but I have to dial it back because if I go too hard, I end up hurting myself and I have to sit out longer than if I were just to take things easy. But I was doing really good in the pool. I would be getting an hour of swimming, and I'd be getting an hour of water walking. You know, I'd really push myself hard to get there, and then yeah, shoulder said nope, we're taking a break. But it's also the holidays, the end of the year. There's lots of fudge and cookies and Christmas. January was kind of a rough thing because it was just January and I wasn't feeling good for a couple of days, but I got over it. And yeah, so February, here we are. It's a new month, and so I'm gonna get back on to doing my yoga, which is something you'll hear me talk about from time to time. So I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I got my 2 baggage cars, uh, Knuckles upgraded to KD number 158s, and that's about it. We'll catch you on the next video. Later.